Prepare to be thunderstruck by the Lazarus LM847, a four-wheeled monster bike powered by a Maserati engine, plus an unbelievable invention that'll turn you into an underwater superhero. So hold your breath and get ready. You've asked for more, and now we're back with our third edition of our new series, That's Insane. Ever since the cartoon superhero Aquaman was seen flying through the water like Superman flies through the air, people have been trying to develop a way to do that in real life. Finally, it's here. Thanks to SCP Marine Innovation, creators of the X2 Sport underwater jetpack, this wearable technology allows you to channel your inner superhero as it propels you through the water like a human torpedo. The X2 Sport consists of a backpack for control systems and batteries, two high-power Hydra thrusters, and a throttle. Because the thrusters are attached to your forearms, steering is as easy as aiming your arms in the direction that you want to go. At speeds faster than an Olympic swimmer, the sensation is similar to a directed free fall during a skydive. With the X2 Sport, you still have to hold your breath, but hey, one thing at a time, right? The X2 Sport is available for pre-order from $2,000 and up. Now you've arrived home from a hard day's work and you're ready to relax. Easing back into your comfortable sofa, you pop in the DVD of the latest action flick. As the movie starts with an insane car chase sequence, your cozy sofa begins to feel like it's moving. As the chase intensifies, your sofa begins to buckle or bounce, as if you're actually in one of the cars. Suddenly, as one of the cars crashes and explodes, there it is again. Your sofa reacts as if a shockwave had really hit you. Actually, you're having a blast because you know exactly what's going on. Your sofa is sitting on top of an insane invention called Immersit. Once Immersit is plugged into your TV or media device, it causes your sofa to react to the events happening on your screen. Using 4 independently moving pads powered by a secret motorized system, Immersit raises, lowers, and shakes your sofa to match the action. Gotta have one? Great. Immersit is available for pre-order on Immersit.com, with delivery expected coming December 2016. Our skies have been invaded with every type of drone for virtually every purpose imaginable. And until recently, it's been necessary to create a different drone for each application. Now, an online company, OneDrone.com, has introduced an insane new concept that could make that requirement obsolete. It's called OneDrone 1, and it's a real-life do-it-yourself transformer. It's a true jack-of-all-trades. By simply adding or subtracting different components, OneDrone 1 can be assembled as a quadcopter, exotic airplane, or ground rover. Talk about multiple personality disorder. Now, since any type of camera can be added to any of its configurations, it's the perfect surveillance tool from the air to the ground. With OneDrone 1's modular design, there's no end to how many additional tools or components that could be added as new missions are conceived. The OneDrone 1 is still under development, with a release expected at the end of 2016. What's the weirdest drone you could possibly imagine? How about a flying jellyfish that grabs things with an alien tongue? Well, that's a pretty good description of the free motion handling system from German company Festo. Let's say you are working in a large manufacturing building and you need an object from the other side of the facility. Perhaps between you and what you need are lots of busy people and machines. Now, if you could fly something over the mayhem to retrieve the object and bring it back to you, you would do it, right? Well, that's the sort of idea behind the free motion handling system. It starts with a 54-inch diameter helium-inflated sphere with an exterior ring around the center. 4 horizontal and 4 vertical rotors are mounted to the ring to accommodate 3-dimensional flight. Navigation is controlled by GPS and 2 cameras. Once it arrives at the object to be picked up, a tongue-like flexible gripper protrudes from the bottom, envelops the object, absorbs it into the sphere for the return trip. Upon arrival, the object appears to ooze back from the interior. Now, hopefully, they won't make one of these for transporting people. That would be creepy. For most of us mere mortals, tires aren't something that we obsess over, but Goodyear does, and that's how they've come up with the most insane tire concept ever, the spherically shaped Goodyear Eagle 360. Other than being shaped like a ball, what's really insane about the Eagle 360 is that it isn't even physically connected to the car. That's right, it's suspended in place by magnetic levitation. Designed mainly for self-driving vehicles, the Eagle 360 has sensors which can communicate road and weather conditions to the car's onboard system, as well as to other vehicles on the road. Its unique tread design stiffens in dry weather and softens in wet conditions for greater control. Since the Eagle 360 is spherical, the car could move in any direction without having to be aimed. Because it can move sideways, parallel parking now becomes a breeze. Just pull up next to the parking space and slide right in. As tires go, the Goodyear 360 is about as insane as it gets. Check it out by visiting the link in the description below. As 3D printing becomes more widely available, designers and engineers are discovering new and exciting ways to apply it to manufacturing. That's certainly the case with this revolutionary 3D printed bionic hand from Italian company Ubionic. This simple yet brilliant design allows the hand and fingers to very closely mimic actual muscles and tissue. Fastened to the user's hand, wrist, or forearms, the Ubionic hand employs an array of sensors which collect biological feedback from the user. This feedback is then sent to a processor which translates movement commands to the device, resulting in performance so precise and delicate that objects can be grasped and manipulated with just the right pressure. Because the Ubionic hand is 3D printed in one piece and assembled using high-quality off-the-shelf electronics, the company is able to offer this potentially life-changing marvel at around $1,360, a tiny fraction of the cost of what is now commercially available. Though the release date has not yet been announced, the Ubionic hand can be pre-ordered at ubionic.com. Our next insane creation is a real head case. It's the Alpha helmet from Golem Innovation. Taking a cue from the outer covering of an obscure animal called the penguin, the Alpha is the first retractable helmet that can be extended and closed without taking it off. When not in use, the Alpha rests comfortably on your shoulders, so you never have to carry it around or risk losing it. When you're ready for action, you just pull it forward and lock it in place. A visor can be deployed for eye and face protection. The Alpha's honeycombed interior is molded after a beehive, providing superior shock absorption. Already perfect for activities like biking, hiking, winter sports, future designs for law enforcement, manufacturing, and even more sports are being developed. The Alpha helmet is available on Kickstarter from $175, with delivery expected in September 2017. Imagine being trapped in rubble after an earthquake or another disaster, when suddenly a swarm of tiny cockroach-like creatures begin showing up around you. Chances are you would totally freak out. I know I would. Unless you realize they were tiny robots sent to find you and get help. That's what scientists at UC Berkeley are up to in creating CRAM, the compressible robot with articulated mechanisms. CRAM is designed to imitate the way cockroaches are able to compress themselves to an incredibly flat state for squeezing through tight places. After studying these creepy critters' amazing ability, a prototype was developed. While it can't quite match the cockroach's ability to compress down to 1/10 of its height, they can squeeze to about half of their already small size and still move forward. Today's rescue dogs are exposed to great dangers going through potentially hazardous debris, and most robots currently available just simply can't penetrate deep enough. If CRAM is proven to be workable, the potential for lives to be saved is insane. Okay, so you've ordered your favorite pizza and soon a friendly delivery person will show up at your door. Or not. Sometime in the future, if you order from Domino's, your delivery person may not be a person at all. It could be a cute little smiling robot called DRU, short for Domino's Robotic Unit. Developed and tested in Australia and New Zealand, DRU is Domino's next attempt at pizza insanity. Having already created the first remote one-touch pizza order button, the pizza giant hopes to eventually have an army of DRUs roaming the earth, bringing pizza, pasta, beverages, and joy to pizza lovers everywhere. When DRU arrives at your door, once you punch in your personal code, your pizza or other hot items rise out of the top, together with a separate cold compartment for cold drinks. Now being unveiled in several more countries, it'll still be a while before the DRU becomes widely used. Now that we've heard all about the DRU, we just have one more question. How do you tip it? It's been said that Ludwig Lazarus is a sick man. This is because his French-based company Lazarus has designed and produced what many people believe are the most insane motorcycles, three-wheelers, and four-wheelers on the planet. One of his more recent creations, the Lazarus LM847, may be the most wonderfully schizophrenic of them all. One look at this heathen machine definitely verifies that claim. Its 470 horsepower, 4.7-liter Maserati V8 engine would propel most cars into oblivion. But on a motorcycle, that's really insane. You heard correctly, a Maserati V8 on a motorcycle. Then you notice that it has four wheels and wonder if it can even turn. But because each wheel tilts somewhat independently, according to Lazarus, it turns just fine. Besides, with this kind of horsepower, one rear wheel might not be enough to keep the LM847 on the ground. For many years, motorcycles in France have been limited by law to 100 horsepower, and in 2016, that law goes away, and Lazarus is giving it one hell of a send-off with the LM847. Imagineer and mad genius Behnaz Farahi's wizardry of bringing inanimate objects to life has never failed to astound the mind. The creator of the 3D printed shirt that moves in response to an onlooker's gaze has done it again with her newest bit of insanity, the Aurora Interactive Ceiling. On display at the University of Southern California, this ceiling actually reacts in response to the movement of the person beneath it. Using a kinetic motion capture camera, visitors' movements are relayed to a mechanism controlling 5 moving and 5 stationary lighted circular panels. When someone enters the room, the moving panels lower, raise, and tilt in response to the visitor's gestures and movements. Lighting also is turned on and off along the chosen path. This continues as long as the visitor remains in the room. Farahi says her futuristic ceiling is meant to reimagine the possibilities of sensory space and robotic architecture. But our description would be more along the lines of, "That's insane!" Once again, we hope you enjoyed this edition of That's Insane! So keep sending those comments and ideas in for future episodes. In order to get notified when we upload the next episode, click on the gear icon on our channel page and check the provided box. It was a blast, guys. We'll see you soon, and thanks for watching.